I started out in university 6 years ago, give or take a little bit. And I didn't go right after high school. I had my son. I was pregnant at 17. I had my son at 18, and that's going to be an entirely different story. I'm not going to get into that. But so I didn't go to university or college right after high school. I did go after a number of years in a really unhealthy relationship. And when you're a mature student returning to school, you have to submit basically a paper saying, why you deserve to be there. The process is a little bit different than for students who are getting out of high school and going into university or college. So one of the things that I had to do was submit a paper basically talking about why I deserved to be accepted. And that was really interesting. It was pretty tough, and I poured my heart and soul into it, and I sent it off, and I was absolutely petrified about the response. The relationship that I was in was one in which I was told repeatedly and continuously over time that I was stupid. And that word stupid was used a lot, but there were a lot of other ways in which I was told that I was stupid over years and years. And to the extent that I invested in that idea of myself. So when I sent off that letter to the university, I was so afraid that I was going to get a letter back. I was so afraid I was going to get a letter back that basically said, yeah, you're too stupid to come here, and that I was going to have to take that letter and show this person I was in a relationship with, and he would have confirmation from an outside source, from a reliable outside source, that I was stupid. And so I sat terrified for a long time until the letter came, and it wasn't anything of the sort. I was accepted, and so I went on my merry way. As soon as I was accepted, that relationship was broken off, and not by me. And that's maybe a little point of interest, but one that I'm not going to get into either. So I started at university, and I don't know how I continued even after the first course. I was such a mess at that point in my life, and really struggling just to get it together and to, set out on this path of my goals, not really having a lucid idea of what that was yet. And I've been in university for about 6 years now, and I'm in a 4-year program. I'm doing my honors in English, and I've done it mostly part-time. I've had to work the entire way. At sometimes I've been working, 60 or more hours a week just so that I could afford to be in school, and then not having the time to actually do my schoolwork. And when you have a family and you're in school, you always have to make a really conscious decision about the time that you're giving to your schoolwork, because it's time that's being taken away from your family. And, it's the same really financially. The resources that you're devoting to your education are resources that are coming away from other places. And so if you have a family, those resources are not being put into your family, and that's really an incredibly difficult aspect of being a mature student, being a mother that's trying to put themselves through school. And every cent that has gone towards my education has been my own. I haven't received any grants, any scholarships, any bursaries. I haven't received any money that subsidize the cost of my education. That's been entirely my own. And as I think everybody at this point knows about post-secondary, it's incredibly expensive. So I will just say very briefly here that anybody who has any connections to any programs that lend money or give monies to mothers who are trying to obtain their education, please post that below. I would love to spread that kind of information. I have had a real difficulty in getting any funds. It's not that I haven't tried, but the system that we have where I am does not allow me to have access. We basically have one main system, a loan that you apply for, and if you don't get approved for that loan, then you can't receive any of the other monies that are available. So in any case, I'm really fortunate that I've been able to afford my education, that I've been able to stick with it, because at times it's been just about impossible in so many different ways. And I really feel for you if you're a mother and you're trying to put yourself through school, if you're even trying to tackle the idea of going to school. I know it seems like a mountain that you cannot climb, but you absolutely can. Honestly, if I can do it, anybody on this earth can do it. You really can. It definitely takes support. It takes help from your family and your friends, and you need to be able to reach out to those people and rely on them a little bit to give you the strength to do it, because it's just so difficult, and the world can really seem against you sometimes when you don't have the resources to become educated, to afford education. It seems sort of wrong that we should have to afford education in a lot of ways, but in any case, I've been at it for a long time. I'm still going to be in school for a little longer. Some of the things that I like to study are psychology has been an interest, but sociology even more so. Social problems are it's a real area of interest to me within sociology. I'm also really, really keen about peace and conflict studies. I would love to do a double major. I just don't think it's realistic, at least not right now. We'll see. I might be able to do it. But I've studied all kinds of things, women's studies, music. I have a real wide range of interests, as I believe I've mentioned a couple of times. So that's a little bit more about me, my education. If you're someone who is interested in further educating yourself, please contact me. If you're a person who has information about how we can seek education in our lives, how we can obtain the funds to do it, I would really encourage you to post that information below. And I guess I'll leave it at that for now. Don't forget to hit subscribe on your way out. Check me out in all the various places that I am, and take care. We'll talk to you again really soon.